it coming through now. American government's been trained its troops for what they call the pandemic of the future. And these are the big boys that are coming through. They're already here, but I mean, they're going to get worse.
Yeah. So, I mean, on one level, the situation seems to be getting worse, but a lot of us, you know, on the other hand, there's a flip side of it where we seem to be waking up at the same time. How do you see it playing out?
And the more you wake up, the more you start to realise that the key is not to give your power away, but the key is when you do. And I you know, I've seen all these people on all these different drugs, and you know, some of the new drugs that are coming through is the in thing. You know, ayahuasca in particular. It's the in thing to go out and have ayahuasca. Okay, but what I'm finding is that the entity comes with ayahuasca. It actually shuts down the neurons between the consciousness and the spirit. It is also very big and powerful when we get him and bring him up. Very big, powerful entity that comes through. And yet, it's the end thing now. People are going out and they're having all the ayahuasca parties and they think it's a great thing and makes you spiritually enlightened. It's from self down the track, what's going to happen? You know, you open your door to any other dimension, you let anything into your body, you're doing it through your free will choice. And there's too many things out there that are just too happy to, you know, assist you to open the door and to come in. You know? They want to experience this dimension. It's the only way they can get in. Keep the doors closed. And when you become consciously aware, you realise it is multidimensional. We have to take back control of our vehicle, not let somebody else control our vehicle. And the moment we do that, we're back in control of the game.
And the easiest way to do that is?
0. Be the observer of the game without actions or reactions. When you observe the game, you start to see things around you. You start to see how people around you are trying to suck you into their game. The moment you start to get cleared, you're going to come under an attack. The attack's going to come from the mother, the father, the brother, the sister, husband, wife, friend, neighbour, whom these beings can access. And they will use the body of your friends to intimidate, manipulate, use aggression, conditional love to drag you back in the game again. Stay at 0. Don't react. Stay and observe the game for what it is. The entities and people around you are going to get really annoyed, let's just say.
You can say it.
I'm being gentle now. Really annoyed at what's going to take place because you're really going to upset them because you're not feeding them anymore. They need you as a food source. If you're not going to feed them, they're going to go somewhere else to get fed.
This is what I was talking about earlier when I asked if you'd read Rob Monroe's books, because Bob Monroe, I should say, because he you know, was having all these out-of-body experiences, and he encountered this inspect, this intelligent species, he called it, which turned out to be, you know, his higher self, so to speak, but he didn't realize it at the time. Anyway, they basically told him that planet Earth is like a dairy farm, and we're being harvested, and the entities that are doing the harvesting of us energetically refer to the energy source as whoosh, so L-O-O-S-H. So it's this theme just comes up. I mean, it's from so many different places. Even Jupiter Ascending, the Wachowski brothers movie that just came out, it's right there in your face. They basically spell it out to us that we are harvested.
But this is the end of the cycle. It's always the end of the cycle. It's always been the time of the harvest. But the harvesting is about the souls. It's about, and this is where the word repossession comes from, to repossess the vehicle. And what we do, we trap them in our game and then we release them to release. In other words, release a contract. We release them under our terms and conditions so they can't invade another being. Or else we trap them in a dimension of time where they can't get out of it. It's to understand how the game works and how to trap them in the game.
Wow.
So their aim is to repossess the vehicle because they need the vehicles for the future cycles. That's why they're genetic engineering changes to the vehicle. That's why they're changing the atmosphere to try and suit them for the next cycle. More radiation in the atmosphere. All this is about changing the atmosphere so they can take up bodies.
Yeah.
When you're talking about the end of the cycle, is that the same thing that you're talking about, this 10-year period that we're in now?
What takes place, can you imagine a spring? And the spring it's a continuation of time and space as a spring. Take any point on the spring, go back exactly 360 degrees, and you're a deja vu where it's all happened before. The past and present are going to set the future. So in the future cycle we're looking at now is what's happened in the past. If we in the present change the past, we actually change destiny of the future. But wait, that peak we're in We're at that peak now of change, that peak. We're entering the new dimension. They need to trap as many back in the game as they can, because what's happening, as an equal opposite to all things, there is a visible world and there is an invisible world merging. As the two worlds merge, things from the invisible world are coming through to this world. When the conjunction takes place, at that moment of conjunction, you can be in either of the worlds.
Are you suggesting, well, how's that going to play out in terms of our everyday reality?
As it is, you wouldn't even know. You have no idea what's taking place. It's just everyday reality is taking place as normal. You know, you will become aware of other things around there as more things are coming through. You will become aware of your friends are opening doors, and you'll see the changes and the features of these things come through. You'll see more aggression in some of the beings that are coming through. Other than that, everything's going to be normal.
I wanted to ask you, let's go back to the drugs thing, the medication thing. You mentioned that ice invites a particular kind of entity in. What about really, really common stuff like the antidepressants? What do you see there?
Well, this is where you got to take it to a new level. Einstein said every experiment we did was influenced by the observer in the room. Now we take it to a new level. Everything's alive. Well, hang on. If everything's alive and I'm the scientist creating an antidepressant, then what's the thought intent into the life form of the antidepressant? It says, I have to keep you depressed so you'll feed me. The sleeping tablets. I have to keep you awake so you'll feed me, then I'll give you rest. The cocaine. I'm going to make life miserable until you feed me, then I'll give you a break. Everything is alive and trying to take over the being. So you've got the cocaine entity, you've got the ice entity, you've got all these different other dimensional beings that are life forms that are alive but seeking their own survival. But then you kind of come back to nature again and realise, okay, how's nature work? Equal force against equal force creates null and void. So if you get it locked in, you hit it at 180 degrees of its own frequency and blow it out of the system, all of a sudden it cancels it. And what was is no more.